Sustainable tourism development. Galapagos Islands, Ecuador. The 4 pillars of sustainable tourism is 1. Management, 2. Socioeconomic sustainability, 3. Sociocultural sustainability, 4. Environmental sustainability. Management in the Galapagos Islands. The Galapagos National Park Directorate and the Ecuadorian Ministry of Tourism require any businesses that give tours to show proof of conserving water, recycling and treating waste, using products that are produced locally, hiring locals, and paying fair wages. Many local businesses also go out of their way on their own to donate to conservation organizations, as well as informing tourists and doing other things to help raise awareness and about the management of sustainability in the Galapagos Islands. There was also a special law for the Galapagos in 1998 that was put in place by the Ecuadorian government. This law allowed it so that up to 50% of all money earned from national parks, as well as other tours and tourism related stuff, get reinvested into conserving wildlife and anything else in the Galapagos. Local businesses also promote effective conservation and how tourists can be aware of this attempt at sustainability in the Galapagos. There are tours that most tours offer a guide and are informative about how companies are helping with sustainability and trying to make the Galapagos more sustainable. It is also found on almost every, if not all, websites about businesses in the Galapagos, mentioning how they're sustainable, whether that's sustainability in how they produce their products, where they get their products from, etc. Socioeconomic sustainability in the Galapagos. Tourism supports employment for the residents. This goes along with how Galapagos Islands and the businesses there will hire locally, along with paying fair wages due to the amount of tourism. This goes for places like hotels, catering, recreation, such as the diving and tours around the Galapagos. There is also a $100 fee automatically when entering the Galapagos. This funds the parks, which includes the environment and the education about the Galapagos. Visitors come to experience the natural environment, and they're willing to spend the $100 knowing that it not only helps preserve the ecosystem, but they also get a tour of it and learning all about it. This is another way tourism helps support the economy in the Galapagos. Tourism contributes to the majority of the region's economy, and this also helps contribute to majority of how the Galapagos focuses on sustainability. Sociocultural sustainability in the Galapagos Island. Culture is one of the most important things that sets people apart. When a foreign place becomes a hotspot for tourism, it may begin to cater to the tourists and make their stay more comfortable while sacrificing the culture of their destination. But tourism in the Galapagos is the number one driver of the economy. However, the Ecuadorian government has placed regulations on tourism to ensure that no effects are placed on the surrounding communities. So there is a limit on the amount of people that can be there at a time. Typically tourism here operates about 85 to 90% capacity to avoid overpopulation. The Galapagos Islands before tourism was a collection of small fishing villages. With the increase in tourism, many former fishermen and other local citizens began to provide services such as boat tours, hotels, and restaurants as a means to make money in an easier way, as well as helping with sustainability, because they do mention all the ways they're sustainable, they have sustainable practices, etc. This is also why, like mentioned earlier, locally produced products, including their food. Tropical fish, shrimp, squid, and lobster are all on the menu in the Galapagos Islands too. People traveling here can expect to indulge themselves in some of the freshest and highest quality seafood in the world. Besides the food, while staying on the island, visitors are immersed into the culture of the islands. Preserving the environment is a big part of the culture in the Galapagos Islands. When tourists visit, they can expect to be taught all the ways the environment is taken care of on these islands in order to ensure its sustainability well into the future, as well as how to begin living a sustainable lifestyle at home. Art, cultural celebrations, and events, as well as tours through the surrounding environments, are all ways the locals show off, appreciate, and preserve the culture of the islands. What are the facets of sustainability? Population, energy, industry, conflict. Food, resources, ecosystems, urban spaces. What this means for the Galapagos Islands biodiversity. The Galapagos Islands are known for its high diversity, with a wide variety of plant and animal species, which are unique for the region. Because they cannot be found elsewhere, such species are considered to be endemic. Endemism on Galapagos is high due to the geographical isolation of the islands from other places. Due to the abundance in biodiversity, it is essential that people work to preserve the existing ecosystems so that it remains diverse. Because the ecosystem is so interconnected, any damage done to one small area or species will directly and negatively impact the rest of them. Species interact and rely on each other for a number of reasons, such as for shelter, food, and a number of other reasons. Thus, any changes to one aspect of the ecosystem can cause a chain reaction, disrupting various cycles as well as equilibrium. To combat this, the tourism industry of the Galapagos has much emphasis on conservation efforts to protect wildlife, given that biodiversity has both economic and environmental value. Environmental sustainability in the Galapagos. Environmental sustainability is a major value in the tourism industry in the Galapagos. Due to its importance, there are many actions and programs implemented to actively preserve the environment, as well as to spread awareness to both the locals and the public. Ecuador's Ministry of Education established a new curriculum in 2021 unique to the Galapagos, which delves into the topic of sustainability. It teaches students essential aspects of sustainability, such as economy, society, and nature. as well as how to work in conjunction with each other within the environment. To further help students understand its importance, the curriculum also teaches them about specific ideas including invasive species, food security, transportation, energy, water, and social inclusion. Because the Galapagos are heavily dependent on tourism, seen as how it makes up 85% of the economy, it is vital that everyone has a deep understanding on the environmental implications of tourism and their impact on the well-being of the environment. This sets up students for the future in which they can practice their knowledge on environmental sustainability to help preserve the ecosystems around them. Aside from this, the tourism industry in Galapagos stresses the importance of daily sustainable and resourceful habits. Sustainable tourism talks about such habits like using locally produced products, conserving water and energy, as well as recycling and treating waste material. Just by practicing these things routinely, the preservation of Galapagos far surpasses that of other tourism destinations, which may not place so much value on sustainability. Overall, conservation efforts to help protect the biodiversity